The standard has really been a brand new collaboration effort between CSA, our association, the Association of Home Appliance Manufacturers, and Underwriters Laboratories Environment Group. This started 2 years ago with an activity that grew out of understanding the role of and the need for sustainability standards. We contacted CSA and UL Environment and asked them to participate with us in the development of the standard. And it was a wonderful collaboration since the very beginning. The standard really came out of an understanding that we've been focused for several years now on individual issues of environmental impact of products. We decided as an association to start with the sustainability of household refrigeration appliances as an effort to really draw together a number of the environmental impacts of these products. We wanted to look at the energy efficiency, which certainly there are already CSA standards that look at that situation. But we also wanted to incorporate materials and material impacts, the impact of greenhouse gas emissions of the products and the materials that are within them, the manufacturing efforts that go into this, and the capture of information about how to calculate the environmental impact of manufacturing, to look also at the performance of the product, and to look at it from its end-of-life potential. And the standard really is a holistic viewpoint, a way to balance all of these efforts and put them together in a way that a manufacturer can then begin to plan ahead for the next generation of products as they begin to understand where the balance point is of all of these major factors. So the standard is built around the opportunity for a company and the particular product, a refrigerator in this case, to actually earn points. And the points add up to 100 on a 100-point scale that will allow companies to balance all of these individual environmental factors. It gives them the opportunity to plan ahead. It gives them the opportunity to showcase what they've already done to make these products greener, and to also show the manufacturers, the retailers, the regulatory community, and other stakeholders what the environmental impact is of these products. The standard itself is a great collaboration of all of these elements of the 5 major chapters, or we call them attributes in the standard, together with about 19 individual criteria that the manufacturer will have to work through on each individual product. In many cases, it calls for the manufacturer to calculate the impacts of their products, the policies that they have in place on environmental management systems, or to calculate, in some cases, the greenhouse gas emissions of their factories, or to look at tables for the impact of a particular chemical that they may use. For instance, in refrigeration, a heavy dose of the environmental impact is in the refrigerant material that is used in the cooling cycle, as well as the foam blowing agent in the refrigeration unit. And so this gives them a way to calculate that and show a mass balance between those materials. It also looks at the end-of-life characteristics of the product and the participation of the manufacturer in ways to find environmentally sustainable methods of disposing of these products at end of life. So it is not only written for today's refrigerator, but more importantly for the refrigerator of tomorrow, as these manufacturers begin to calculate and look at this in the design of the next generations of products. It's an easier way of looking at these. It gives the reader of the score an opportunity to understand the balance point of all of these. So it was done through a life cycle assessment approach of looking at where the impacts are of each of these major attributes on the product and on the environment. The standard really will give manufacturers a great deal of information about their products. It will enable them to rank their products, to show how they, in fact, develop the next generations of products. It's very important that manufacturers have a roadmap that they can look at in terms of where they're going to spend their time and their money in the engineering of the products, to reduce the environmental impact of the product itself. So this gives them a way to balance out all of these situations. So for instance, would a manufacturer put more of their effort into reducing the energy efficiency of the product? Or would they put more of their money and time and effort into the development of new refrigerant materials? Or would they put it into the other materials, the plastics and the metals and other types of materials to help with the recycling at end of life? This gives them a way to balance each of those indicators and to have a point value associated with them so that they can then see the actual impact of the changes that they make in the design of the product. We have been chasing the energy efficiency of the products for a number of years and reducing the energy impact of a number of these products from where they have been to where they currently are. As we continue to go down that road, we're going to be looking at reducing the energy but increasing the cost to make those improvements. This methodology of looking at the overall sustainability of the product gives us an opportunity to balance out the energy together with the materials, together with the manufacturing, together with other environmental impacts. And so it's not just one-sided or one rifle shot methodology of looking at the environmental impact, but a way that the manufacturers, retailers, and ultimately consumers can have of understanding the overall environmental impact of these products.